Introducing your referee, Mr. Paramet Tukdi. And now, introducing first, fighting of the red corner, 23 years of age. He stands at 170 centimeters tall and weighed in at 121 pounds. He holds a record of 52 wins, 9 losses and 1 draw. He is a former Southern Thailand champion and former Thailand Super Flyweight champion. Representing Pathalung, Thailand, let's hear it for Siouey. His opponent fighting out of the blue corner, 24 years of age. He stands 168 centimeters tall and weighed in at 120.8 pounds. He holds a record of 10 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw. He's former 2-time Iran Muay Thai champion. Representing Iran, let's hear it for Mostafa!
Second bout of our main card. Big question for Muay Thai fans now watching, and indeed for the fighter himself. Will he be suffering from ring rust? Siouey in the red corner, Mostafa from Iran in the blue. Round 1 of the schedule 3.
Siouey, the southpaw, Mostafa, the orthodox fighter. Good push kick there from Mostafa. Oh, and a whipping left roundhouse kick from Siouey.
Big right high kick there from Mostafa, firing one back. There's that left kick again there from Siouey.
Very powerful left kick. And again, good sportsmanship for not following it up. Siouey.
Unlike his serial killer counterpart.
Wow.
Oh, big left hand, and again there from Siouey. Of course, trains out of Singha Mawynn, and you know, fighters from Singha Mawynn, they are going to be conditioned.
That's right.
Oh, swinging a miss there from Mostafa.
Top-notch strength and conditioning at Singha Mawynn. It's no coincidence that most of the fighters, Shadow, Tapao Gel, they look shredded and they're very powerful.
Indeed.
Wow, look at that range control, just stepping out of range so that his opponent doesn't land the kick. That's very impressive. To me, defense is more impressive than offense, because you can have all the offense in the world, but once they start throwing back at you, if you can't defend, that could be the end of it.
Yeah, definitely something to be admired, especially when you find those fighters who see things coming before it's even being thrown sometimes. And that's when you know you've got a special fighter on your hands. And I think one of them, for my money, is 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒, who's the current champion at this weight. And me and Peter will be actually telling you who 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 will be defending his title against at the end of the show here. So stay with us for that one after the main event.
Wow, I'm impressed with the footwork of Siouey. It's very similar to amateur boxing. He's quick on his feet, he's in and out. It makes it very difficult for his opponent to time a roundhouse body kick, because if you throw a body kick against Siouey, he could just step out of range and then counter you, and that makes you look very bad in the eyes of the judges. Look at his inside-outside movement. At this point, it's very difficult to separate them in the clinch. We don't know who's better, but on the outside, for sure, Siouey looks like he's got the upper hand, Aaron.
Yeah, you can see that Mostafa is looking to try and time a right hand. Oh, wow. Beautifully timed left high kick there from Siouey. There's that right hand again swinging, but Siouey just able to move out the way. And it's a strong test for someone to come back into the ring here. Mostafa is dangerous, no doubt about it. And of course, Siouey coming from that 5-round Muay Thai, like I keep talking about, this is a lot different than what he's used to.
Wow, look at his head movement. I for sure must say he has amateur or some form of boxing experience, because of the way he's slipping these roundhouse kicks, slipping the punches, and getting inside and outside the range. He must know some boxing.
Yeah, that was beautiful to end the round there. Right hook, and he's enjoying himself. Siouey dancing, going back to the corner. What ring rust.
Impressive.
Indeed, you look
range
phenomenal.
Control.
Let's have a look at the highlights there. They say, don't they? It's about being hit and not being hit, and I think Siouey in that round epitomised that.
Wow, just look at his head movement, his upper body movement. Superb. very similar to the previous fight. However, the last guy got hit with a body shot. This could be the key to victory for him. If he lands a body shot, that's an unanswered question yet from Siouey. How will he react to a body shot?
Of course, Babak Haji in the corner. We've got a victory earlier on this evening. All right, let's see what happens here in round 2. Like Peter said, we both admiring the boxing skills there of Siouey. Will Mostafa go to the body, do something different, or will he continue to try and go upstairs? Of course, most recently we saw 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 at this weight make his debut and get a victory. He's looking for that right hand. They find it that time, and again.
A counter left hand.
Sorry, left hand, yeah, not right.
Wow.
He looked for it, didn't find it, but then straight away set himself up and was able to catch Mostafa with that very same strike.
Siouey on the outside, timing him with these roundhouse kicks as he comes in. And then he slips these kicks and these punches at will, and then he occasionally counters with a straight left hand.
So strikes landed in round 1, 19 for Siouey, just 9 for Mostafa. That tells the story, really.
Oh, I mean, he's not really dominating inside the clinch, Siouey, but it's just enough for Mostafa not to score. And he's just beating him up on the outside. Look at him.
Left kick there from the tie. Mostafa misses with his kick once again.
The range control, the distance control, look at him. Imagine him not getting out of range. He would be punished by these thunderous punches and kicks from Mostafa, but at this point he hasn't even tasted the punching power of Mostafa.
We've already described Siouey, the name that comes from the serial killer, but he's more like a ghost here today. Just cannot find him, just cannot see him. Mostafa looking very frustrated. Moves back over towards Siouey to try and at least land something.
I'm just so impressed by Siouey. The great blend between boxing and Muay Thai. Look at that, hands down, using range control, upper body movement, slipping all these punches at will.
I think he did catch it there with the right hand. But yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't, like you said, Pete, gone back down to the body at least. He's headhunting Mostafa.
You're right. I mean, the way to stop the head movement is to hit him to the body. It will at least keep the head more stationary, then go back to the head. It's a common boxing strategy, but yeah. He's looking to have some success in the clinch, but it's just not dominant enough for him to put his strategy into going into the clinch.
Of course, we see that a lot of times when fighters, when they can't find the head, they do go down to the body. They have a lot more success. Is there a cut? Oh, there is. Good spot there, Pete. Yeah, on the left cheek of Mostafa. Oh, left eye kick.
This is a strategy all night, timing with the left roundhouse kick on the way in, because why is it such a successful strategy? The reason being is that when you're on your back foot, you're ready to land the roundhouse kick, but the fighter coming forward, it's hard for them to block at the same time as they commit walking forward.
End of round 2. Similar story, and a similar story in terms of dancing back to the corner for Siouey. I think he only took one shot in that round when it returns to Mostafa going to the head. He only took that one right hand.
I would love to see the future victims of Siouey.
There we can see his handiwork. That left high kick on the counter. And that's what he did throughout the entire round, was just counter-strike Mostafa, who's obviously coming forward. He needs to win the rounds.
He might have a shot at knocking him out by going to the head.
There's the 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒. It's a little bit dark in the corners, but yeah, 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒, the head trainer there of Singha Mawynn Gym, giving some instructions for the final round. There's Babak Haji, got a victory earlier tonight. Our very first bout of 2025 here on RWS. Been a great event so far this evening. 3 stoppages, I believe, from our first 4 fights, including the prelims. This is number 5. Siouey 2 rounds up. Remember, 2-year hiatus from the sport. Doesn't look like he's missed the beat.
Agree, Aaron. He's like an artist painting, and the canvas is his canvas. He's like a wizard in there. Amazing, very impressed. More impressed with his defense, the way he controls the range. I mean, that's not easy to do. It sometimes takes fighters decades to reach a skill level where you can actually control the distance and the upper body movement so you don't get clipped like that.
Some big names in this division. Of course, Petzoman, you've got Petzilla, Wutikon, Petziam.
It's going to take a very skilled technician to beat him on the outside in Siouey, or it's going to take a very strong clinch fighter to beat him.
Kunsuk Noi, of course, who made his debut, and now Siouey can add that name to a big list of incredible talent at this weight.
I'm in awe here, really impressed with his skills. Look at the upper body movement, look at the head movement, look at the range control. Mustafa resorting to illegal tactics.
Yeah, it didn't really work out for him either. Just under 2 minutes to go now in the final round. And once again, we're seeing what we saw in round 2. Siouey on the back foot, just evading.
He just evaded that shot like it was nothing. Took the back of Mustafa and kneed him. That's a very dominant position. Highly scoring in Muay Thai. To be able to take the back of your opponent. In Thai, they call it sia roop, sia song. It's like you lose balance. Look at that head movement, taking the back, a knee to the back. I am very impressed. Could be the fighter of the night, we'll have to see.
Yeah, technically speaking, he has been very impressive. Of course, there's still two more bouts here tonight on this week's RWS, including the main event where 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 will be defending his Rajadamnern super lightweight title against former Rajadamnern Stadium champion 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒.
At this point, he's just toying with Mustafa.
Just about consolidating what he already has now. Siouey continues like this. I think
Look at that pivoting. That's a Cuban move right there. As your opponent commits, you pivot. I'm very impressed here. I don't know how many times I've said that, but I'm very impressed.
And you can see Mustafa just doesn't know what to do right now. He's pressing, but he's not throwing, because I think there's a little bit of fear about the fact that he's going to miss, and maybe it's playing on his mind. So look, he's moving forward.
Look at that head movement, just ties him up after the head movement.
There's no conviction with what he's throwing. There it is, the end of the third and final round.
Round of applause to Mr. Siouey.
Everybody who is now in the 122-pound super bantamweight division, dare I say, there is a new potential #1 contender, or at least contender, let's say, amongst the ranks.
My biggest or only concern for him is that how will he do against clinch fighters? That's an unanswered question. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
But yeah,
his
like you said,
fighting is superb, Aaron.
Yeah, like you said, Pete, I think us, and indeed the stadium, who give him a big round of applause at the end of that round. Very much in awe in what we witnessed from a fighter who's been away from the sport for 2 years.
I think he's been secretly training nearly every day.
He did not miss a beat, as we can see here from these highlights. Everything was crisp. His boxing, his footwork. Over to you, Mr. Beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, of the 3 rounds of Muay Thai action, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges scored is about 30-27. Declaring your winner by way of unanimous decision. Red corner, Siouey.
Congratulations, Siouey. And once again, I'm really looking forward to seeing him back already.